for more. Let's welcome in our scout, B-double, Bucky Brooks. Bucky, give us the scouting report on the pride of Eastern Illinois, Jimmy Garoppolo, man.
I really liked him when he came out of Eastern Illinois. I thought he was a smart kid. I thought he had good arm strength, had a very, very quick release. And when you talk to his coach, Dino Babers, he talked about his ability to command things at the line of scrimmage. I think with Jimmy Garoppolo going to New England, it's a perfect fit for a player going to a system that plays to his strengths. When we look at the tape, we're going to see how this kind of plays out because he has limited action, but we've seen him do some really good things. Here against the Buffalo Bills a couple years ago, play action pass, defender right in his face. You see the poise, you see the anticipation. Watch him put it in a small window, delivers it perfectly and on time to Brandon LaFell. These are some of the things he can do. Here we see him play a little big boy football. Tight formation, fake the stretch, gets to the top of his drop. Once again, sees the defense, throws the ball, anticipates it, throws it in the middle of the field. These are some of the things that the Patriots traditionally do when they're trying to really make it comfortable for a young quarterback. There we see it from the back end. We'll see a clean pocket. We'll see some of the athleticism that he does. You see the elephants on a parade, moving the offensive line down the line, steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike. In New England's system, which always morphs from week to week, where they can go spread it out, small ball, power football, it allows the quarterback to really get comfortable. I believe he's going to have a lot of success. When I tracked him over the preseason last year, completed 76% of his passes, 92 passer rating. That's what you want to see from a young quarterback. I know it's preseason, but it matters in terms of building an offense around what he can do very, very well.
Yeah, it definitely matters. Yeah, I absolutely love the fact that when you're talking to his old college coach and he commands line of scrimmage, because they're going to ask him to do that. Because it's not one of those situations where he's going to be putting the football down the field. It's going to be a lot of that stuff with the picks and the movement with Martellus Bennett and Gronkowski and matchup situations and finding if they're playing zone or man coverage and where to go in your progression. So I'm excited to see him. I think he's going to play really well.
Yeah, has some serious weapons. Has Martellus Bennett, has Gronkowski, Deion Lewis coming out of the backfield, Amendola, Chris Hogan, Julian Edelman, the list goes on. So when you take a look at the Patriots offense, how will they operate with this guy under center?
Well, I think they're going to continue to do what they've done. I think last year really gave them an opportunity to build a game plan around him, and then Tom Brady wasn't suspended. So they were able to continue to work on his game on the practice field. So now he gets an opportunity to step in. They're fully prepared to have him play. The Patriots are going to do what the Patriots have always done. They're going to open up the field when it's advantageous for them. They have the weapons. We talked about Rob Gronkowski. We talked about Martellus Bennett. You alluded to Julian Edelman. Even Chris Hogan coming in from Buffalo. They have a ton of playmakers around him. All he has to do is drive the bus. He doesn't need to be a hero. If he just does what he's asked to do, he'll be fine. They'll win a lot of games. We saw Matt Castle have a lot of success years ago when he stepped in for Tom Brady. I would expect Jimmy Garoppolo to have similar success when he plays.
What do you think?
I agree. Absolutely. I think the same thing can be said with as far as yes, they're going to have a plan for him, but I think he can bring an element that Tom Brady doesn't really bring. Obviously with the experience and all that, Tom Brady being one of the greatest of all time, but Jimmy can move a little bit too. So I wouldn't mind seeing him out of the pocket early on, kind of with some confidence and getting some throws on the run. That'll help him get some rhythm going. I think that would help him going on. Especially Arizona is going to be a good defense. That's going to be a tough test.
And as you said, inexperienced, and that Arizona squad, they're going to be coming at him all systems go. So Bucky, how will the Cardinals attack a guy like this?
Well, I think you have to dial it up and see how he handles pressure. You want to put him under the rest and see how he maps out, how he handles that. But I think the big thing, the way the Patriots are built, two big tight ends, Rob Gronkowski, Martellus Bennett. They can go 12 personnel, one back, two tight ends. They can go heavy formations, run the football, play action off of that. It's set for him to be very, very successful. I think they won't miss a beat. I've heard a lot of conversation about, they may be 1-3 or 2-2. I expect the Patriots to be 3-1, maybe 4-0 when he goes back because those other teams have to prove that they can beat the Patriots. They just need to do what they've always done.
I think this is good, too, because it sets up how the New England Patriots are going to want to play the rest of the year, even with Tom Brady, because you can't go out there and just watch what they did against Denver. It's Tom Brady just getting his lunch ate. It's just Von Miller's off the edge, and you can't win Super Bowls, and they know that. They're going to have to. That's why they go out and get Martellus, because that's not just a guy that can move the football down the field. It's so they can line up because he can block. And it's going to set up exactly what's going to help Jimmy be successful in the first 4 games, is being able to line up in that personnel like you talked about and run the football. Establish a run game, throw it quick when you have to, but it's going to be against one-on-one situations, good scenarios for a young quarterback.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo not coming into the National Football League with a whole bunch of fanfare.